Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well and thanks very much for watching the video. Now in this video we are going to repair this Xbox One S which has a power issue. However, this video is slightly different because you can be the proud owner of this Xbox One S once we get it repaired. That's right, so we are going to be giving away this Xbox One S to one of our viewers and subscribers. So a few rules about the giveaway. First things first, you need to subscribe to the channel. Later on in this video you will see a phrase that comes up on the screen. We'll put it somewhere down here. You need to get that phrase, post it in the comments section as well. And one of the stipulations we're going to put in place is we need to get to at least 750 subscribers on the channel before we give this away. So we're currently at around 200 subscribers. So you will need to share this video with your friends, post it on social media, get it out there. So the more subscribers we get, the more chances you have of winning this Xbox. As soon as we hit 750 subscribers, what we'll do a lucky dip. I'll create a video of that lucky dip, and at random I will select one of the subscribers who's posted the phrase in the description below, and we will give this Xbox One S away. A couple of caveats: it will just be the console itself, so there'll be no controller, no power leads, no HDMI cable and no games, literally just the console itself you'll receive, and obviously it comes with no warranty. So, you know, I'm giving it away absolutely free of charge. You don't even have to pay the postage. I'm going to sort all that out, and you'll be the proud owner of this. As I say, no controller though, just the Xbox itself, and no warranty. So good luck to everyone. I hope this works. Obviously, we're trying to drive a few subscribers to the channel, and by giving this Xbox One S away, hopefully we do that. It's as simple as that. Right, so let's get into the unboxing first of all and see what we have got. So this was bought from eBay. Description basically says there is a issue with the power. Let's actually just quickly read through that description. So this is a faulty console only, no controller wires are included. When the console is turned on, it makes a beep sound and nothing else happens, not even the power light comes on. So let's get on with it and see if we can get it repaired. Seems to be relatively well packaged. Okay, here we go. Buttons seem to be working. It's quite dirty, so we'll give it a clean up obviously before we send it out to you. It obviously has been opened before, which is fine. Other than that, seems okay. Can't hear anything rattling inside. This may be something rattling inside. Okay, good. Right, so let's get into the taking the case off and see if we can fix the problem. First things first though, what we'll do, we'll quickly try and power it up and see what we've got. Right, okay, so that's it connected up. Let's see what happens. Oh, and it powers off again. So that's not what the description said. Let's just try that again. Yep, certainly got a light there. And then after a few seconds it powers off. Interesting. Okay. Obviously nothing on display. And then powers off. Right, okay. Let's get the Xbox open and see what we can find out. Right, okay. So starting at the rear, over by where the warranty label goes, let's just pop that bit off first of all to make our life a little bit easier. There we go. So you have to kind of pop the black case over the white tab and then start popping all the way down. Get to the sides, pop the sides off as well, like so. And then what I found the easiest way to do is then go down the sides, give it a twist, popping all the way. Do the other side. Popping all the way as we go. Nice. And then the front piece, give it a shove. Side bit off. Same all the way along the front. And then off that comes. I can actually think I can hear something rattling inside, so that'll be interesting to see. Just get the largest corner off. There we go. Off that pops. Now, don't do this carefully because I thought I could hear something. Maybe not. Just turn it over, see if anything falls out. No. Part of my tool. Okay. I really do need to buy some new pry tools. I still haven't got around to doing it. Okay, so let's get these screws out. So take the green ones out, take the silver ones out, and take all the case off and see what we have inside. What you can actually do now is pop this white casing off. Best way to do it, obviously this is the rear of the console, just give it a pull out from the back like that and that comes off quite easily. Nice and dusty. Make sure we give that a clean up. This metal RF protector comes off. Is there anything that's going to fall out? So far, no. Yeah, I can definitely hear something rolling around inside. Okay, so we'll take off the silver screws now. Turn the console back over and all the parts start to come out, which is fine. So let's pop the hard drive off, disconnect the power and the data cables from the motherboard, pop the hard drive to one side. Same for the Blu-ray player. Unpop the power and data from the motherboard. Take the Blu-ray drive out, pop that to one side. And lastly, let's just pop the power supply out. Put it to one side. Now I'm not going to disconnect it just yet because I might want to power this back on again in a second. So quick visual look round. Okay. There doesn't look to be anything jumping out at me. Maybe the capacitors look okay. But you know, we need to take the motherboard out and have a proper look. Might be something on the underside of the motherboard. Okay, so let's carry on going then. So disconnect the power. There's a little tab on the connector of the power. So you use a screwdriver and just push that to one side and it just pops off. Okay, need to take the Wi-Fi card off the side. Again, it's connected just down here. Just carefully pull that out of the way, and off that comes. Pop that to one side. Now, one thing to remember is here, there's a screw guide, a black bit of plastic that comes off as well. And then here at the front, just above the USB socket, there's a little RF gasket which needs to come off as well. The easiest way to get these off, I find, is just slide a fingernail underneath it, give it a pull up. It bends slightly, but you can always bend it back again and pop that to one side. Okay, I need to flip it over, and this is where we need to undo these 4 screws which hold the heatsink to the motherboard. Now don't forget, keep an eye out for the winning phrase that we're going to pop up on the video later, so you can win this Xbox once it's repaired, of course, and it'll be yours completely free. Right, okay, so let's flip that back over. Then we can pull the motherboard out and hopefully see if there's something rattling around. There you go. So the thing that was rattling around was this tiny little white bit of plastic. Don't know if you can see that on the camera. It looks to be off of part of the case along there, so nothing to worry about at all. Okay, good. Let's pop that to one side as well. And let's see on the underside if there's anything that jumps out at us. This is where the power is, along here. Okay, so let's pop the heatsink off. Now, for those of you that see my other videos, you know I love doing this bit. In other words, translated, I haven't found out a really good way of doing it yet. Anyhow, so this metal, it's like a snap connector, has to come off, and this kind of just pulls the heatsink to the processor and just secures it in place. So if you get a screwdriver and just start popping that off, obviously this one's been taken off before, so it should come off a little bit easier. So I'm just pulling it that way, or outwards, just to try and get some leverage on it and pull it off. Try a flat blade instead of messing around with the crosshead. There we go. That side's off, that side's off, and there we go. That pops off. That one was a lot easier because this is been taken apart already. Okay, just here is power for the fan. So carefully just pop that off, and then we can take off the heatsink. There looks to be loads of heatsink compound on there. Literally loads. More than I'd put on there. And there's something gone on here. Don't know what that is. But we can clean that up. There's nothing on the fan underneath. Heatsink, sorry. Which corresponds to that. So that looks a bit weird. I don't know if it's just a build-up of dust. Yeah, I think it's just a build-up of dust, to be honest. Okay, but we can clean that up. Okay, right, so what we'll do, let's get this under the microscope so we can have a proper look and we can start getting the multimeter out and having a bit of a buzz around the motherboard to see what's going on. Okay, so just looking through the motherboard, we've zoomed in a little bit now. I can't actually see anything majorly wrong or blown on the motherboard. From this thing here, which is, it looks like something has probably leaked through or been dripped through the fan vent hole at the top of the console at some point. But there's no damage to the PCB there, it just needs a good clean. Again, on this side, on the underside of the motherboard, there's certainly no components which are blown, put it that way. So what we'll do, we'll start our investigations over this side of the motherboard and then down here. So obviously that's where the power supply connects. And on the Xbox One S you have like a 3-phase power. So each of these are just coils, and these capacitors, they power the main processor, and it's 3 separate power channels, if you like. So what we'll do, we'll get under the microscope so we can see a little bit better and start just buzzing the multimeter around here and see what we can find out. Okay, so now we're on the microscope. So as I mentioned a moment ago, you can see the capacitors along here and the coils, and then 3 areas, or 3 channels I should say, for the power. That's the edge of the motherboard. So now you can kind of see how dirty the motherboard is. That one looks particularly dirty, so we'll have a buzz around that one. So first things first, we'll start at this end, so from the outside of the motherboard in. And we're just going to test some of these capacitors to see, if they are, working. So I'm putting the meter in continuity mode. I'm putting the black probe of the multimeter on one of the grounding pads on the motherboard. Then I'm just going to buzz around here. Now one side of these capacitors should beep. It should be have continuity. The other side shouldn't. So that's good. Good. Okay, so that side shouldn't. Capacitor. Same for that one. Good. Same for that one. Good. Tiny one here. On the side. And not that side. Good. Okay. So as we kind of go up the motherboard, if you imagine the power flowing this way and then going up, so far we know these capacitors are good. So this little IC here is known as a MOSFET, and essentially it's essentially a switch. So depending on the conditions of the power, it will either ground and then not supply any power here, or it will open and then supply power to here. Now the way we can test this is by putting our multimeter into diode mode and then checking what results we get from this resistor here through to this pin here. So I'm putting my black probe on the resistor and then my red probe on pin 1 just there, and we've got nothing on the multimeter, but I'm going to switch them around like so, and then we've got 0.65, which is pretty much the correct reading. Okay, so let's just move along before we go any further. I've kind of read up quite a lot, and 9 times out of 10 when there's a power issue, it's these MOSFETs that go. So I'm just going to move along and actually just quickly test these other MOSFETs here. So there's 3 of them. If you move along, so black probe on the resistor, red probe on pin 1, on pin 1. Okay, so no reading on the multimeter, red probe on the resistor, and then black probe on pin 1, and we've got 0.65. Let's go along to the third MOSFET, which does look a bit dirty. I think that's just majority of that is dust, to be honest. It's got something on there, that's for sure. Okay, we can clean that off. Okay, let's get to the MOSFET. So black probe on the resistor, and then red probe on pin 1. Okay, so that shouldn't be beeping. Let's swap them around, because that's basically saying that's, you know, that's connected, which it shouldn't be. And then around the other way again, so that's showing that that MOSFET is constantly, supplying a connection through to here, through to this resistor, which is wrong, because there should be on the other ones we had the 0.65, that should be the same, but for this one it's not doing that. So we've probably got a problem here with this MOSFET. So what we'll probably do is swap it out. Just trying to see if it looks like it's been replaced previously. I don't think it has. Well, there is a load of crap there. Don't think so. Okay. While we're here, we're just going to flip the multimeter back to continuity mode. Again, black probe on the grounding pad, and just buzz over these capacitors. Okay, so that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. 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 Okay, so again, we can tell there's good supply up until around this, or good, the capacitors certainly good up until this point here. And then after there's an issue, because as I say, there's continuity between this side of the resistor here and that pin there. and there shouldn't be. So that looks to be a problem. So what, we'll just have another quick look along here. See if there's anything that jumps out at me. Yeah, nothing immediately. So what I think we'll do is we'll get the heat gun on and we'll replace out this MOSFET and see where we are then. So first things first, let's just give it a little bit of a clean up. So this is just some isopropanol. Just get rid of that muck that's on there. Just so we can hopefully be able to remove the MOSFET without too many issues. It's always nice for it to be clean. Okay, so a little bit better. Could do with a bit more of a clean. I think that's good enough for now. Right, so luckily I have a spare MOSFET. So let's add a little bit of flux. Okay, and then what we'll do, we'll get the heat gun on there and remove what we think is a faulty MOSFET, then pop a new one on, see what we get. Let's get some air extraction on. Heat wise, I'm going to go with 480. Let's see what we've got. Now, apologies if I'm in the way of the camera, bear with me. Now you start to see the solder go silver, which means it's melting, and let me just pop it off. Just like that. So now let's get a bit more flux on there, and then we'll put our new MOSFET in place. There we go. Take the new MOSFET, obviously it only goes one way round. You see the little dot here on the motherboard, which corresponds to the dot on the actual IC. Just pop that in place. Give it a bit of a move round. I mean, the hot air guns always blow it a little bit anyhow. See if we can get it as close as possible. Okay, that looks relatively good. Let's get the hot air back on and see how we get on. tiny bit of flux to the top as well. Just so we don't, well, hopefully don't burn the IC anyhow. Okay. Now, I'm actually just going to move the camera up and out of the way a little bit. I'll try to get as much of this in shot as possible. Try and bend my arm around a little bit. I mean, that's pretty secure now, but I just want to make sure that all the pads are warmed. Give it a few seconds to cool down. As you saw right towards the end there, I pushed it just a little bit too hard and it moved, unfortunately, but I think surface tension's pulled it back in again. Let's just turn off the air extraction. I think we are good. Okay, so that's cooled down now, so let's get a bit of isopropanol, get the cotton bud, let's clean up any excess flux that was on there. And then what we will do, we'll get the multimeter and test it again. Okay, that'll do for now. We can clean that up properly later. So, multimeter in diode mode. Black probe on the resistor, red probe on leg 1. Okay, that's good. No beeping this time. Let's try around the other way. Red probe on the resistor, black probe on leg 1, that was leg 2, leg 1. There we go, we've got the 0.62, which is pretty close. The IC is still a bit warm, so that's good. So that's moved forward at least, you know, before we were just getting the continuity beep. So I'm going to continue giving this a clean up because it's still looks a bit messy, and no one likes a messy motherboard. So I'll give it a clean up and then we will start putting it back in the case. So that's the motherboard, just popped back into the case for now. I've added the Blu-ray drive and the hard drive, yeah, just for testing purposes. I haven't finished cleaning it up yet because I just wanted to test it first of all, make sure it works. There's no thermal paste on the processor, so I just want to quickly see if we actually do get any power now. So let's turn it on. Okay, it's a good sign, the light's staying on, the fan is spinning, and we have a display. Perfect, fixed. There you go, simple as that. So let me just power that off because, as I say, I've got no thermal paste installed and I don't want the processor overheating. Good. Okay, so that was quite a simple fix. Now let's get the Xbox cleaned up properly, get it back in its case, and then we're done. Right, so I spent the last hour or so just giving everything a clean up. I cleaned up all the compound that was on the processor and the heatsink. There's far too much compound on there, so I've cleaned that up. Cleaned all the blades up on the fan as well. So all that's left to do now is get everything put back into the Xbox. Don't forget, this Xbox could be yours. All you simply have to do is subscribe to the channel and post the phrase that you'll see come up on the screen shortly into the comment section below. And this Xbox could be yours. So someone watching this video could be the proud owner of this. There's no postage to pay or anything. I'm going to cover that. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, and as soon as we hit, as I say, 750 subscribers, then we are going to do I'll do a video of a live draw of who actually is the lucky winner out of all the subscribers. So we've got about 200 subscribers on the channel at the minute, so not that many, to only 550. So please share the video, that's key as well. Make sure you share the video, make sure your friends watch the video, so you can enter the prize draw. Right, okay, let's get this put back together again, and we'll time lapse that bit because there's loads of videos about doing unboxing, about putting together an Xbox, so I won't go through all of that in detail. So let's do that now. Right, okay, that is all the screws back in now, so all that is left to do is pop on the RF case, making sure that we don't snag the RF gaskets just here, like so. It's nice and snug like so, and then simply pop on the top case. Like so. Gave the case a good clean as well. And then let's just pop in the green screws. Okay, all done, and then finally let's just pop on the base plate. Let's line the front end up first. Good. Give it a bit of a shove. On it goes. Good. So that is it. There you go. One completely working Xbox. So if you would like the opportunity to win this Xbox, you hopefully should now know what you need to do, which is subscribe to the channel first of all, post the phrase that you saw in the video earlier on into the comment section below, and then also please share this video, because we need to reach the 750 subscribers before we actually do the live draw at random from one of the subscribers to actually win the Xbox. Now what I'm going to do is obviously power this up and test it. I'll do that in a moment. It's got a 500 gigabyte hard drive installed. I'm going to wipe that 500 gigabyte hard drive back to the factory standard settings, so it's a completely fresh install when you get it. Now a quick disclaimer, if you like, you will receive this Xbox console only. You will not receive any of the controllers, or you will not receive any of the cables, and it comes with no warranty whatsoever. So that's my disclaimer. So good luck. I'm pleased that one of the viewers of the channel is going to get this. We're a relatively new channel. We've only got 200 subscribers at the time of recording this video, and it'd be really good to start boosting our subscription up a little bit. We're going to be posting more and more videos and doing various things, not just Xbox fixes, but tech reviews and general tech fixes as well. So thanks very much for watching. Hope to see you all again soon. Bye bye for now.